What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. How is everybody doing? Just get my pen ready for this big game today. Lunchtime kickoff, Manchester United versus Southampton. Apologies, I'm a little bit late. Do you know why I'm a little bit late? Because it's been chaos. It's been chaos. Obviously, I don't know if you saw that the stream was only set up a couple of minutes ago, so I thought I'd let everyone file in first. So I was just sort of waiting here. And I saw the comments. Such as King in the Indies say, Owen can't find the remote. As you can see there, Owen can't find the remote. I've got the remote. It's here. I've got my Sky Q ready. I was waiting for you all to file in because I don't want to start without you guys. You know, I don't want to get into that kind of situation where I'm talking to a brick wall, nobody's listening. Yeah, we're coming in. So smash a like as you come through the door. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. I know I'm not KG on the match view. KG is at a family function today, so you're stuck with me. I'm worried as well because my record on the match view is horrific. It's terrible. The only bit of hope that we've got today, guys, with me on the match view is that the last match view I was on was the last minute winner at against West Ham at Old Trafford. That was the last one I did. So maybe we've got a bit of momentum. I'm like Manchester United. The match views of Owen are like Manchester United this season. You don't really know what to expect. 9 times out of 10 it's a loss, but you might get a little bit of golden sort of magic at the end of it. And the last performance we go, we can build momentum from it. Come on. As Kaudakan says, hit a like on the way in. Yes. Red Devil says, Owen, Mr. Reliable, stop being late like KG. It was on purpose. It was on purpose because we were starting a bit late. So I was letting everyone file in first. You know me. I've been sat here since last night waiting like this. I've just been sat here waiting for people to come in. I'm so early that I was late for yesterday's stream. That doesn't actually make any sense, Owen. But we'll move it. Bensbo says, my first watch along with O-Dog. I tell you, you're not the first person to ever call me O-Dog as well. I don't know why it's a sort of a jump people go to. And with it, activate your inner KG, get reckless. This is the thing. I always say this, and I have to warn people whenever I do a match view as well. And we will get into team news. It's about 9 minutes until kickoff, 12:30 kickoff. If you're in the UK, it's on BT Sport. If you're around the world, you can watch it anywhere because every Premier League game is available pretty much anywhere else but the UK. I always have to warn people when I do the match view that I can be quite reserved. I can be quite reserved in the sense that, you know, like Rafa Benitez used to be one of those people where like Liverpool or whoever would score and he'd be sat there like that, or he'd just make a note. They'd score a goal and then he's watching it, goes in, he goes like that. That can be me. So I have to project sometimes a little bit when I'm doing the match views. I have to try and project and try and get a bit animated. But I'd be as real as possible and just being me. Also, with the match views as well, I can tend to be on like a bit of a tangent. If the game is boring, I will just start talking about something else. So just be prepared. Throw your questions in. Ask me about anything. I like to treat these match views as if you and I were just sat, in a pub or sat on the sofa, sat in a room, just watching the TV and just chatting. Because sometimes when you're watching a game of football, you're not always talking about football. You'll talk about anything. You'll talk about anything you want. Stuff will come up. What did you see on TV last night? Have you seen any good films? I watched Jackass Forever last night. Enjoyed it. It was good. It was funny. I very much enjoyed it. We can talk about that. We can talk about anything we want. So that's what we can do on the match view. That's the danger of giving me the keys to the kingdom whenever I have to do these match views. Anyway, let's talk about some team news. Starting 11, as you can see right there on the screen. There's only one change from the 1-1 draw against Burnley in the week, and that is Cristiano Ronaldo is in for Edison Cavani, who's not in the squad altogether. Cavani has a groin injury. So Edison Cavani is out. There was a story that came out this morning, wasn't there, about Cavani saying that he's expected or he is going to be leaving Manchester United at the end of the season. Of course, his contract's expiring. He's going to be a free agent. There was the story that he's interested or wants to have a, what do they call it, La Liga experience before the end of his career. So he's not re-signed. Everyone knew he was leaving anyway, but he's going to La Liga. The issue is, and I spoke about this on Twitter before the game, I really like Edison Cavani. I think everyone does. Everyone likes his passion. Everyone likes what he brings to the side. Everyone likes, he's a quality player. His movement in the box, he's unlike any other striker we have at the club. But his fitness record is just it's shambolic, isn't it? And it's really not sustainable. So I guess we just have to sort of make the most of him as we can to the end of the season. I don't even know if going forward I'd be necessarily starting him in games, because what kind of match rhythm and momentum can you really build up with him? He would be a bench player, an impact sub to bring on. I think that's probably going to be his role to the end of the season. So Cristiano Ronaldo comes back in, which people expected anyway. You know, that was always going to be the way. But apart from that, it's an unchanged side. Of course, Harry Maguire does start. I know a lot of people thought, he's going to get dropped. Harry Maguire isn't going to play. Of course, Harry Maguire was going to play. Ralf Rangnick said that yesterday in his press conference. And let's say we see a performance from him. Obviously, his performance wasn't good enough against Burnley. His performances have been below par all season. I think everyone's been saying that. And a lot of people have been talking about him this week. The scrutiny on him has been massive as well. We'll have to see, because we've got now a Victor Lindelof on the bench that seemingly is ready to play, fully fit. And one would hope he would be breathing down the neck of Harry Maguire going forward. But apart from that, as I mentioned, it's an unchanged side. Yes, Hannibal is on the bench. I don't know whether or not he'll come on or not. Depends on the way the game goes, I guess. If we're chasing it or if we're comfortable, maybe he could come on either way. Red Devil says, where's Fred? Of course, Fred is still out with COVID. Alex Telles is back in the squad after his positive COVID test. He's missed the last 2 games, but Fred is still out with COVID. So that's the team today. Let me know your thoughts about the team in the free seats. As we go back to the main screen, we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. I'm just trying to think if I've rattled through everything in this short period of time. I hope so. As I mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the like button. Let me know your predictions as well. You know me. I don't do predictions. I always get asked by by DJ. I was like, "What's your prediction on a match day?" I'm not a gambling man. You know me. I'm not a gambling man. The reason I'm not a gambling man is because every time I've ever tried to bet on a game, it's the opposite of happened. I can recall doing maybe like 2, and this was when younger, doing like 2 bets on games in my life where I've actually won. Otherwise, I haven't, and it's just pointless. Absolutely pointless. Zara says 2-1 to us. Victor says 10-0. 1 better than 9. I like it. They've already made reference to that a couple of times today on the coverage. Obviously, the last time they were at Old Trafford, it was a 9-0 game, wasn't it? Don't think it's going to be the same this time, but you never know. I think we'll get chances. I was speaking to Flex before the game today, and I was talking to obviously DJ yesterday when we were doing the match preview and the press conference. I shockingly, and I'm never confident before games, and maybe I'll be proved wrong here, but I'm somewhat confident just because we have been making chances against Middlesbrough and Burnley. We didn't put the chances away, but we have been making chances, and I just think that despite Southampton playing really well recently, especially in that game against Spurs in the week, they were excellent, but I just feel like we'll make chances, and surely we can't go 3 games with being like, if we could only put our chances away. So I do feel somewhat confident because I have seen improvement of performances. But we're also remiss to know that this Man United side is so fragile. They can lose their structure and their discipline like that and just turn into being really poor once again. So it's must win. Every game is a must win now, but we need some form of consistency after technically 2 draws. I mean, we're now at the FA Cup on penalties, obviously, but a draw in the FA Cup and a draw in the Premier League, we need a win. And we need to put, I want us to put a marker down, put a performance down as I turn the volume up on my headphones. But there's Ralph. Ralph makes his way out. He's got the, how do you say that? Is it Tezos or Tezos? My pronunciations is always horrific. But obviously this week it was the new training kit was launched with the new sponsor. That's on Ralph's jacket. Cooley says 2-1 United. Arthur says Ralph Derby. Yes, it's Rangnick versus Hasenhüttl. Of course, they worked together at Leipzig. They were saying this on the coverage, and it was a bit of an interesting point. I think it's worth pointing out that like Ralph and Ralph worked together at RB Leipzig, and they actually did really well at Leipzig. People assume that Ralph Hasenhüttl got sacked, but he left by mutual consent in the sense that, from what they were saying, it was just a case of Ralph Hasenhüttl wanted a new contract before he was willing to commit, and they weren't really necessarily willing to meet his demands, so he left. But I know Leipzig, load of money, and people don't really like them in Germany because they got all that money and they rose up the leagues. But their first season in the Bundesliga, they came second. And Hasenhüttl was saying that's the highest points total, I don't know if it's even still today, that Leipzig have ever got in the Bundesliga. They were in the Champions League at the first point of trying. That's very impressive. Despite all of the money, that's still very impressive. And they put the point on BT Sport, given their relationship was so successful at Leipzig. Yes, the next season they came sixth, but given their relationship was so successful, why would it not necessarily work at Manchester United? Now, Ralph Hasenhüttl probably isn't he's not the guy for Man United, but I couldn't necessarily give you a really good answer why not. And maybe it's just a case of, well, what's he won? And but then people are saying that about a lot of people at the moment, right? So it's an interesting one. CodeWeb says, is there any chance Ollie can become director of football? No chance. I would be stunned, absolutely stunned. Victor says, Owen, who did you captain for FPL? I, like everyone else, stopped doing that after maybe like the second week. I just lack the commitment. And Fantasy Premier League, really, I don't know how much talent goes into it. If you're in a league of like your mates and there's like 10 or 15 people, the people that win it every year, just the people that play it the whole way through the season. Because about 3/4 will drop out. Ralph and Ralph, giving each other a hug and a wave. But yeah, it's just people that stick with it, which I just never do. Like my diet. God, shocking. I really got to get on that as well. Really got to get on that. Game's just about to start though. As the players take the knee, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, guys, as David Lee says. Oracle. Just waiting for the game to kick off. And we'll start the timer. And we're off. I remember when I did my first match view, and I was so worried about like the timer. I was so worried about the graphics. I was so worried about because from the outside looking in, it looks just completely terrifying. Be like, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to get the timer going? How am I going to get the score going? Now it's just click, done. Just Josh is in the chat. Visual Ninja. I've already butchered your name, and I haven't even started. Visual Ninja Graphics Guru. I want to make that stick. I want to make that nickname stick. Visual Ninja Graphics Guru. Every single time I say Josh's name, just Josh, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru. That's the tagline. You have to. If you say that's branding. If you say things enough times, it will just stick. Just Josh, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru. There you go. I've got it. It'd be good if I commentated on the match. Ball down the line by Southampton, headed away by Varane. Dalot deflects off a Southampton player. McTominay with a header. Get the ball down on the floor, please. Ball's bouncing around all over the place here. United win it back. Bruno wins it from Ward-Prowse. McTominay puts it to Sancho. Looks to be a bit on the overlap here. Sancho played much better in the last couple of games. Hopefully we're going to see more of the Dortmund Sancho. Or tries to put through Shaw. It's blocked. It's out for a Southampton throw-in right in the corner. David Lee says, United to score in the first 15 minutes. I hope so. Steffi Jenks says, good afternoon all. Welcome, Steffi. But Southampton with the throw-in. Here comes Brozier. What a season he's had as well, by the way, for Southampton. Oh, skips past Varane. Varane's got done there, puts it into the box, play it. Oh, it was a great ball. And Dalot manages, because there's nobody in there, to let it pass him. And now Dallow's got the ball down United's right-hand side. But my gosh, that was... Varane just got done. Absolutely done. You wouldn't want to see that one back. Colby says, I started at Fightful by doing some editing work on my stuff for the post-show live streams. And I almost had a mental breakdown, worrying I was going to mess something up in front of 5k people. It is quite worrying. But Fightful's great. I'm a big Fightful fan. I wonder if I can get on a Fightful post show. I hope so. One day. That's the next goal. If I can get on a Fightful show. But you can see this ball into the box. And luckily, I think it's good communication by David De Gea telling Dalot that nobody's around. But that was a dangerous ball into the box. Maguire wins it, passes it to Pogba. Pogba, 1-2 of Ronaldo. Nice little flick that by Pogba. Bounces off Ronaldo, goes to Luke Shaw. I've got to shift the ball quickly because we know how quickly Southampton or intense their press is going to be. Bruno Fernandes sprays it out to Rashford, who's on the right-hand side once again today. Rashford puts the ball into the box. Is that a deflection? No, it goes for a goal kick. That's the thing, though. That's the thing, United today. As I mentioned, they've got to shift the ball quickly because if they dilly-dally on the ball, which United do, Southampton will win it back. Their press is just too strong. It's too intense. Obviously, they've trained like that for a long time now, so it's not as if their energy levels or fitness levels are going to drop mid-game like Manchester United. So we're going to have to shift the ball quickly. That's the way to beat high-pressing teams. You have to move it quickly or balls over the top. But either way, you have to do it fast. Paris says we need to match or power Southampton's intensity to win. There's certainly going to be a question of intensity today. McTominay wins the ball back, so does Pogba there. Pogba's that overlaps on with Sancho. Sancho's down the left-hand side, cuts in. Is he going to pass it back? Sancho's in the box, puts it back to Ronaldo. Oof, that's gone out. Did he give it? Promising move by United. Again, Pogba puts it down the left-hand side. Sancho starts to cut in. There's too many bodies around. He tries to cut it back to Ronaldo. Maybe takes one touch too many before he cuts it back to Ronaldo. But promising. The second time down that left-hand side, Sancho's got a bit of space there. That might be the area that we try and exploit today. CodeWeb says, so why is the same your analysis on Ralph not as impressive and more for Pochettino, who is being wrongly criticised? I'm not sure what that is referring to. CodeWeb, if you can expand, I will explain or answer your question. Paris says, held on for a second too long there, Sancho. Loving his play the last few games. He's certainly showing some signs of settling in, isn't he? I think when it comes to... I'm just trying to think what CodeWeb means by that. But if you see the news update video we did with Flex a couple of days ago, my point was, well, Che Adams in a bit of space here, because about 30 yards out, miles over. Yeah, I was sort of saying that I don't really understand the negativity surrounding Pochettino. For me, Ten Hag and Pochettino, the arguments against Poch are very similar. Oh, there you go. As good as Ralph did with Leipzig in relation to Poch with Spurs. Again, that's my point. That's my point, CodeWeb. My point is that I was saying the other day that when it comes to Pochettino, I don't really understand as much as Sancho finds himself in a bit of space here, puts through Ronaldo's through on goal, goes round Fraser Forster. Oh, it's blocked off the line. Just needed to be hit a bit harder by Ronaldo, but it's Jadon Sancho once again down the left-hand side, past the fullback, puts in Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo rounds the keeper, just doesn't get his foot through it. But Sancho, the thing is as well, he beats the fullback for pace. Ronaldo's just onside, touch round the goalkeeper, and he doesn't get enough on it. It's blocked before he even gets to the line, in fairness. But good play by Sancho again. It's a chance. Doesn't get anywhere near enough on it. It's a comfortable block, really, for Southampton in the end. But that's a good start. Once again, like I said, down that left-hand side, Jadon Sancho is looking to exploit that space over and over again. That's a couple of times he's tried to get Cristiano Ronaldo in as well. I'd say first, we're looking at 5 minutes here. Just get the ball to Sancho. Get the ball to Sancho. Paris says, Owen, we've been linked with Poch for so long, the fans have moved on to the next big thing. Mentally, it's a natural tendency for us to do so. This was the point I was going to get to. Every time I try and explain the Poch thing, something happens. No, my point was, when it comes to Poch, and I mentioned it the other day, is I think if you the criticisms against him are very similar to the criticisms for Ten Hag or Ralph Hasenhuttl or someone like that. People will say with Poch, what's he won? And you go, well, he's going to win the French league this season. And they'll go, well, that's a given. He should. And you go to Ten Hag, what's he won? Well, he's won the Eredivisie. And people go, well, he should. That's what he should do. And you go, okay, how far has he got in Europe? And they'll go, semi-final with Ajax. Obviously, very impressive. But you'll also say, what's Poch done in Europe? And you'll say, Champions League final with Spurs, which is very impressive. They're not a Champions League final team. And I just think on paper, they're even-ish, And I'm agreeing almost with what was mentioned earlier, that I don't feel like that's a poor kick by David De Gea. Goes straight to Romeu. There's Armstrong. Down United's right-hand side, Elyounoussi puts the ball into the box, back post. Oh, he should score. Edge of the box, James Ward-Prowse. It's a great block by Luke Shaw. Che Adams, I can't believe he hasn't scored. He slipped. It's a counter-attack, though. Here comes Jadon Sancho. It's a 3-on-1. Sancho's going to keep going. Is he going to put in Ronaldo? Sancho keeps going by himself. It's Jadon Sancho. Oh, can't finish it. Fraser Forster saves. If anything, maybe he should put the ball across to Cristiano Ronaldo. I think it might have been a better option. When you commit by yourself, you have to score. It's Bruno, edge of the box, though. Ball into the box. Goes long. It's out for a goal kick. Now, Ronaldo's pulled up. He might have something a bit wrong with him now. I'm not sure it was the right choice by Sancho. First of all, Southampton should score. Elyounoussi puts the ball into the box, back post, put back across goal, and someone slips. I don't know if it's Brozier, I don't know if it's Che Adams, but the Southampton player slips. It's a block by from Shaw by James Ward-Prowse. Puts the ball up to pitch Sancho. Sancho's got all the place to run into. He's got Rashford and Ronaldo in the box, doesn't cut it back to them, decides to go all the way alone, and it's a save by Fraser Forster with his feet. I think it is Che Adams that misses it here. It's a ball over the top. It's a cutback, and Che Adams slips. I mean, if he doesn't slip, he scores. No doubt about it. We're seeing the block once again by James Ward-Prowse here onto Shaw. And then again, it springs off this counter-attack. I mean, maybe that pass wasn't on with Ronaldo because of the defender coming back. But if you go alone, you got to score. And to be honest, he flicks a foot at it. But it's a couple of big chances for Manchester United so far. Clearance off the line from Ronaldo. Sancho essentially near enough a one-on-one. That's the... His chances, I said it before the game, I felt that we would make chances in this game, and we have so far. But that was a huge chance for Southampton. What is everyone feeling so far, though? 10 minutes gone, 2 big chances for Manchester United. A clearance off the line and a save by Fraser Forster, but also a chance for Southampton too. So I think this is going to be the game, really, isn't it? Code Web says all eyes on Poch for PSG versus Real. And I think that's a good point to bring up too. And I've mentioned that as well, that I just think the narrative around Poch and Ten Hag can change a lot between now and the end of the season, dependent on what happens in Europe, depending on what happens with the Eredivisie, frankly. I mean, Ajax are 5 points ahead, but a couple of weeks ago, Feyenoord were nearly level on points with them, or a point behind, or something like that. So the narrative, I think, will change a lot. Because if Poch gets a couple of big victories in the Champions League, the thing is, he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't as well. Because of the squad he has, he should be winning the Champions League, let's be honest. But it's not that straightforward at PSG, and I think people oversimplify it because it's a poison chalice. Everyone, of course, would love to have those players, but Poch isn't running that club. It's a ball over the top. Bruno Fernandes might make that. Ooh. Goes out for a goal kick. United look dangerous, though. It's a ball over the top by Dallo. He's definitely onside, Bruno Fernandes. Just a little bit too... Oh, it's not too heavy. It's Bruno's touch is a bit too heavy there. Hamish says, I think the thing is with Ten Hag is that he's had to rebuild that semi-final team. I think this season's Champions League will give us more answers. I think so. I agree as well with that. Like I said, I'm indifferent on both in the sense that I'm not leaning one or two ways of it. I think that... I think a lot can and will change when it comes to that. I think the Champions League coming back, as you mentioned, is a big one. I think Ten Hag's rebuild is impressive. I think that people claiming to be Ten Hag experts that have probably watched as many games as you or I with Ten Hag, which are the Champions League games mostly, or seen compilations on YouTube. We've got a ball over the top. It's a great touch by Rashford. Goes out for a goal kick, though. When it comes to Poch, we've got such a big sample size of games we've seen Mauricio Pochettino play, right? We've seen him manage Southampton. We've seen him manage Spurs for years. So we've seen all of these games, good and bad, of Mauricio Pochettino. When it comes to Ten Hag, the majority of people, I would say, and maybe those being loudest on social media about it, have only seen Ten Hag have his games in the Champions League or have these big games against Spurs or against Dortmund or against Real Madrid. And they have been impressive in all of those games. When you see a manager's side week to week to week, for how many years was Poch in the Premier League? Like 6 or 7 years, or maybe even longer than that. Maybe about 6 or 7 years. There's a difference there, isn't it? There's a massive difference. So, and again, a lot will change. McTominay wins the ball back. Harry Maguire just puts his foot through it. Headed back, Maguire with the header again. Ball's just bouncing around a little bit here. They're in again. One thing you would say is, while Sancho's getting a lot of ball into the box, or it's blocked, goes out for a Southampton corner, James Ward-Prowse. What you will say is that given Sancho's getting so much freedom going down the left-hand side offensively, so Southampton on that same wing are getting a lot of freedom as well. Luke Shaw does look a bit in some difficult positions so far. United Extra Time says that Enrique would be an elite signing. I mean, I'm a big Enrique fan as well. I don't see the how or why he would leave Spain just a couple of months before a World Cup. Short corner by Southampton. Armstrong. Oh, it doesn't go well. Bruno Fernandes wins it back. Counter-attacking opportunity. Oh, Jadon Sancho's not the best pass there. Gets blocked out by Ward-Prowse. Man United win a throw-in. Oh, it's a quick throw-in. Pogba looks to spray out to the right-hand side. Does so to Rashford, who's in a bit of space. Can United make something of this? Rashford. Dalot is on the overlap. Rashford takes too long. Puts it to Dalot in the end, but Pogba got nobody around him. Puts the ball into the box. Deflected. Oh, it just goes over Ronaldo's head. That's the issue there with Rashford, isn't it? Is that he just took a couple of seconds too long. Couple of touches too long. And that's a foul to Southampton. Yeah, I'm a big Enrique fan as well. I don't see why he would leave Spain when he's got a World Cup coming up at the end of the year, frankly. Which is frustrating. But then, if you are going to talk about people winning things, Enrique's won Champions League. He's won La Ligas as well, granted with Barcelona, with Lionel Messi. But look, if you've got players, it doesn't matter. You still have to manage them. But other people have failed in that role, and he's a good manager. And he's done a great job with Spain in a generation that hasn't been as good. Rashford with a really wild tackle there. It looks like he's going to go into the book. Really unnecessary. And he is going to get booked. I mean, is that because of the frustration from that last one? It just doesn't need to dive in there. Flies in 15 minutes into the game. He's nowhere near it. It's as clear of a booking as you're ever going to get. Wasn't particularly dangerous, but man. It's a free kick to Southampton. 16 minutes gone, 0-0. United 2 big chances. Southampton with a couple of chances, or one chance. That's a header by Varane. It's gone out for a throw-in. And bounced off his head in the complete wrong direction. Got a Harry Maguire header. EDT says, who needs Martin Tyler when you've got Owen? Well, Martin Tyler is the go. I'm nowhere near that. I would be awful on commentary at Sky Sports. I'd be stumbling over my words. I'm such a mush mouth. Throw in, flick on, go straight back to David De Gea. I've been doing these news videos for a wrestling channel called Wrestling Inc. And they're like voiceover videos, so with images and do a bit of voiceover. And to do it, I'll read some articles when I do it. I don't know what it is, but whenever I have to do any voiceover, I just turn into someone that can't read. I stumble over my words so many times. Rashford down the right-hand side. Pogba. Dalot. It's going to be shifted all the way back. A super chat from David G. Appreciate the contribution. You can also do the same by clicking the $sign to put in your super chats or super stickers. David says, Rashford is so uncomfortable on the right. Well, he's certainly ball into the box by Shaw, headed away. Looks more comfortable on the left because he's able to cut in, and he can't do so as much on the right. On the right, he has to get balls into the box, which he just has. Cleared away, though. But it was weird because we thought Sancho was going to be that guy to play on the right, and he's on the left. Cleared away. Maguire. He took his time with that pass. Varane, I'll get there in the end, is right out on the right-hand side there. Just Josh Media, Visual Ninja, Graphics Guru, said Oracle fail. Yes, David Lee said that we were going to score in the opening 15. Hasn't happened. Nearly. Hasn't happened, though. Ball to Sancho over the top, but he's offside. A-Bub says maybe it's part of their development to play on opposite wings. Well, that's true as well. I'm sure they'll switch at points in the game. You need to become more versatile, certainly. And you can't just be stuck to one wing. You have to be able to switch in mid-game and change things up, keep the defenders guessing. You also have to be adept to playing two different styles of winger. You can be an inside forward that cuts in all the time, but you should also be able to hit the line and cross it in with the right foot. Or the left foot, depending on what wing you're playing on. Elianusi's in behind a little bit there. Is James Ward-Prowse. Romay passing it all the way back. As David Lee says, smash a like on the like button. I've got over 200 people watching, less than 100 likes. I'm going to be getting phone calls from Mike Phelan himself, which is not just Josh Media, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru. It's different people. I always have to say this. Batman's coming out in March. There's been a rumor that Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same person. I've still yet to see it. And it goes the same when it comes to Just Josh Media, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru. He's not the same person as Mike Phelan himself. Different people. Here's Che Adams. Tries to cut it back. Just a little bit behind. McTominay has it. Puts his foot through it. Rashford. And Ronaldo's been flagged for offside. That's a high line Southampton are playing, isn't it? Gosh. Really high line. Just in their own half, and that line is high. But that's what they'll do. As I mentioned, high pressing sides, you usually see that. High pressing sides will have a high line. And the way to beat it, you have to shift the ball quickly. Either 1-2 passes that are tight or right over the top. Make them run. And as we've seen quite a few times this season when it comes to Manchester United, first 5 minutes started off really fast, had some chances, didn't take them. Now Southampton are getting a bit more of a foothold in the game now, it would appear. Here's James Ward-Prowse. He's a good player, James Ward-Prowse, isn't he? I'm shocked he doesn't make more England squads. Like, when it came to the Euros, the ball attempted in behind. Varane clears it to Dalot. Puts it inside to Bruno. Yeah, I felt that he should be in more England squads. Oh, it's a good ball that by Dalot. Rashford, he's in. Is he going to go for goal? Is he going to cut it back? Passes it back. Jadon Sancho, it's in. It might be an own goal. It's 1-0 Manchester United anyway. It's a great goal. Get in. That's how we take our chances. 5 minute late, Oracle. Come on. It sort of came out of nowhere there, that goal. I think it's Dalot again. Rashford's in, and he gets the ball right this time. I don't know if it's Jadon Sancho or it's an own goal. It must be said, because there's a defender at the back post. But it doesn't matter, because it's in the nets, and it's 1-0 Manchester United. Here's the ball. It's not Dallas. Bruno Fernandes. Another great ball by Bruno. Rashford's always looking. He's looking across. Sancho's onside. I think it's an own goal. Look at it again. I can't really tell. It's a great pass by Bruno Fernandes. Oh, here's Jadon Sancho. Oh, it comes off the defender. Sancho passes it on to the defender. But he'll take it. That's Jadon Sancho's goal. Take it. 1-0 Manchester United. Get in. Needed. All right, let's get another one. It always bugs me when I change the score and the number's not level. But it's 1-0 United. Get in. King of the Indies says, for everyone that's been asking, that's why Rashford is on the right. Absolutely. Codeweb says, I appreciate your analysis. Very genuine and nicely constructed. I appreciate that. It's a great pass by Bruno Fernandes. Top quality ball. Rashford's onside. Cuts it back. Sancho puts it in. What a goal. 1-0 Manchester United. Now, what we can't afford to do now is what we've done before. When we've gone 1-0 up and we still have tons of chances and we don't take them. We need to continue this. Let's get another. It's a throw into Southampton, cleared by Pogba. But United, once again, have made chances. They've been bright. Playing some nice stuff. Performances certainly have improved recently. This is why I was somewhat confident coming into this game, because we've been playing some decent stuff. We have been making chances. We just haven't been killing games off. It's got to be the same now. We've got to kill this game off. Is Sancho? What's the ref giving there? Unbelievable. C-Fan says, I've been waiting for that Rashford and Sancho connection, finally. That's what we hoped, wasn't it? When Sancho came in the summer, we're thinking, Sancho, Rashford on the flanks, that's what we're looking for. Gets a goal. But 23 minutes gone, 1-0 to Manchester United at Old Trafford. Must-win game. Every game's a must-win game now between the end of the season. Not that any game's a must-lose game. I mean, that saying's a bit bullshitty, isn't it? But it's a Southampton throw. I think the top 4 race anyway is going to be decided by the games against each other, the heads-to-heads. We've still obviously got to play Spurs and Arsenal. We've already played Southampton twice now. But those games against those rivals are going to be the one to really determine it, I think. Just Josh Media, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru, said, didn't realise I was 2 minutes behind. Yeah, I was thinking a similar thing when you were saying totally different person. I was thinking to myself, like, that was a while ago. That was a while ago. And there's Mike Phelan himself, says, big up, smash the like. Again, totally different people. As you just saw, him and Josh are in the chat at the same time, so they can't be the same person, obviously. It's got to be a handball, isn't it? But it's a Manchester United free kick. How's everyone feeling like Paul Pogba's played so far? A couple of nice passes. The midfield certainly just looks so much stronger, doesn't it? Pogba, Bruno, McTominay. There's a lot more creativity in there. Ronaldo's proper having a go at the referee. You know, it's bad when even Bruno Fernandes is saying to Cristiano Ronaldo, like, leave it, enough. Stop moaning. If I was Cristiano Ronaldo and I was having a moan at the referee and a Bruno came up to me and told me to stop moaning, I'd be like, are you shitting me? Takes one to know one. You're telling me to stop moaning. My favourite thing is when someone's moaning and then someone will say in a really moaning voice, oh, stop moaning. That itself is a moan. Rashford tries to put the ball into the box. Cleared. Oh, here, Paul Pogba. Southampton pass goes straight towards Pogba. It's got to be a foul. It's a free kick to Manchester United. Mike Phelan myself says, I'm at Old Trafford winning the game right now. Feeling my tactics, yeah? Exactly. It's all iPads, iPad settings. He's got his iPad, he's got his stylus. He's got that. Is it called a stylus or one of those iPad pens? You know that. Although he thinks it is. He thinks it's an iPad. In reality, it's a Windows Surface from about 5 years ago. And his laptop's got Windows Vista on. He's actually making animated shorts on Movie Maker with custom titles. Ball into the box by Bruno. Oof, Pogba attempted a volley. Would have been a nice goal if he'd connected with it, but he doesn't. Fraser forced to a gigantic kick. Just hit it back to the goalkeeper, please. Oh, Dalot puts it back to Scott McTominay. Good defending. Is Luke Shaw travelling with the ball a bit? Where's your options? Puts it out to Bruno Fernandes, who's on the left-hand side. Looks like, as we were speaking about earlier, looks like Rashford and Sancho have now switched sides. Just mixing up my words. I told you I'm a massive mush mouth. Is Dalot. Pogba. 1-2 with Ronaldo. See, this is the thing. Like, Ronaldo at the moment is right next to Dalot. And this is where I just feel like he goes chasing the game a little bit too much. And he doesn't need to. Especially considering his age and circumstances. And I get he's not your average 37-year-old. But I just would want him edge of the box between the posts. If you're not involved the entire game, it doesn't matter. Because chances will come your way. But we need someone in that spot. We don't need you to come chasing the ball. United just doing some intricate passing. Here is Ronaldo. Tries to cut inside, easily dispossessed, gives the ball away. Now Southampton counter-attack. But it's dealt with well by Dalot and now Bruno Fernandes. See, that's what I mean there. I don't want him there. I want him on the shoulder, between the two centre-backs, on their shoulders, waiting for a pass, waiting for an opportunity. I don't want him to be facing up against people. I just don't think he's effective at doing that anymore. Ball over the top. Ooh, to Ronaldo. Maybe his touch needed to be a bit better. Oh, Fraser Force has just sent Bruno Fernandes. But United still pressing. And a ball cleared up the pitch by Forster. EDT says, if we don't get second before half-time, I think we'll be seeing the same old story in the second half. It's a possibility. We know that it just takes one chance with this defence because we can be defending well the entire game, but they'll get a chance. There's 100%... Southampton will get an opportunity in the game. We have to kill it off. We know they're also fragile as well. Code Web says, Arsenal and Spurs have a mathematical edge for top 4 race as they don't have any games in Europe, so we must be really consistent. Well, Arsenal have been saying that all season. We don't have Europe, so we're able to concentrate on the league. They've still been Arsenal. Although, I mean, I'm remiss to my Arsenal banter because every time with Arsenal it feels like they're back to being Arsenal. Then they end up going on somewhat of a run, but I still think we'll get top 4. Nearly 30 minutes gone, 1-0 Manchester United at Old Trafford. Jadon Sancho with the goal. Marcus Rashford assists after a fantastic Bruno Fernandes pass. It's a foul by Scott McTominay. And a free kick to Southampton. I think it's just going to be a talking to. Oh, it's a nasty one. It's actually a nasty one by McTominay. Steps on him a bit. Oof. Especially with the modern boots. Modern boots being very light. That hurts. Not like our boots back in the day. Thick leather. Well, the physio's coming on. Ronaldo's not happy about that. Oh, now he has booked him. How long did he take to do the booking? Why did he take so long? He's given the foul and then gone, okay, just don't do that again. And then when the physio came on, he went, actually, yellow card. I mean, it probably is a booking, but why'd you take that long? Is it a case of he was on the floor and then the physio came on and went, oh, if the physio's coming on, I'll give him a booking. He took his time. Jeez. I mean, player's still down, but God. Josh Media, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru, says, Martinelli red card sense. I couldn't believe that when I saw it. I don't know if the rules work like that. Like, really, how... I mean, I still can't really explain that one. I'm going to play advantage. It's one thing to play advantage and then go back and go, okay, for that foul, though, it's a booking. Fair enough. But you can't just be like, I played advantage for that foul, then during the advantage you did another foul, so that one, 1 + 1, 2, red card. I've never seen anything like that. I thought you would just get one. Like, okay, that's a foul. Two yellow card offences within the space of like 5 seconds is pretty impressive. Like, you've seen it before when someone will do a bad foul, they get a booking, and then like 2 seconds later, and the referee goes booking, and then 2 seconds later, they'll like push someone in the face, and they'll go, well, okay, red card. But I just could not believe that. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. It's always, I mean, don't get me started on referees, honestly. The standard of officiating in the Premier League is just shocking. And that's what I keep saying. Like, I think whenever I talk about referees, they think, oh, because United aren't getting decisions. No, it's just, like, even in that Arsenal game, I just could not wrap my head. How on earth? It's crazy. Always part of the story, always stupid decisions, and they've got technology to help them. So get foreign referees in, get the best in class around the world. We keep talking about how great the Premier League is. Oh, it's the best league in the world. Why don't we get the best refs? We get the best players from around the world. Get the best refs. Make it a bidding process. That's a foul by Ronaldo. Ronaldo's going to end up getting booked because he's been moaning at the referee for the last 15 minutes, just non-stop. He looks very frustrated. I mean, it is a foul by Ronaldo. He knows what he's doing. Southampton growing into this one a little bit. Game certainly slowed down quite a lot as we're in the last 15 minutes of this half. James Ward-Prowse, Armstrong, a bit of a 1-2. It's Armstrong, edge of the box. Oof. Just fizzes past De Gea's near post. I think some of the Southampton fans thought it went in because it hit the net behind the goal. But it's a nice little 1-2. Ward-Prowse to Armstrong. 1-2 by Romeo. And hits, De Gea's comfortably got it covered. But just a little reminder for Manchester United there. Let's keep awake here. CodeWeb says, any plans on doing a Champions League match like PSG versus Real Madrid to keep an eye on our future manager? Who knows what we'll do in the future? I doubt this close. That's really what we're looking at. Obviously, we're a United channel, but I don't know. You'd have to ask Flex. Anything in the future is possible. Victor says, Owen, thoughts on Eternals? You know what? I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think it was the best Marvel film, but, I think that... I didn't come out of it saying it was horrible, though. I've seen worse. The first Thor film, that's worse. Second Thor film, that's worse. But I didn't think it was horrible. Considering, I guess, the cast and the budget, it probably should have been better, but I think people's criticism wasn't it? There was too many characters to get invested into straight away that you didn't know and all that kind of stuff. I think if you've read the Eternals comics or graphic novels, which I have, then I was a bit more predisposed. I was more aware of the characters coming into it. But I think it was terrible. Although I will say the CGI on Pip the Troll is horrific. I think it's some of the worst CGI in a long time in Marvel films. It's so bad. So bad that I thought the guy that plays it, I can't remember his name, Patton Oswalt, I didn't think was on set, and he was. Like he was on set. That was done by tracking, and it's that bad. Awful. Ball into the box. It's another good ball by Southampton, but there's nobody there. And if you think about it, if you're Thanos, you would be really annoyed. If your brother's Harry Styles and like your cousin or something is Angelina Jolie, you've got that kind of genes, and you end up looking like, Barney the dinosaur with a nutsack chin, I would be really annoyed as well. I'd be very frustrated. CodeWeb says, I've become a fan of the United View. Is there a Patreon page? There is not for now. Who knows what will happen in the future? Less than 10 minutes to go in this first half. At halftime, we can talk about whatever. We can talk about anything. We can talk about Marvel stuff. Talk about Star Wars. Well, I think that's going to be the KO show. Josh says, have you finished Boba Fett yet? I haven't. I'm very behind, so I'm going to sort of binge watch it all. But I did see, like I said, the stuff that happened in the last few episodes. It gets kind of rescued. Otherwise, I'd not heard amazing things. Thing is with Boba Fett, I'm kind of on the side of it as, in reality, he's got this sort of weird mystique about him, like he's this really big character. He's kind of not. He's kind of not in the sense that in the original trilogy, he's in Empire Strikes Back. He doesn't say a word, or maybe says one, like a couple of words, if that. Return of the Jedi, he's done in the opening sequence in Tatooine when he gets eaten. And then, it's a ball in behind here. Southampton might be in. Broya, it's good defending by Harry Maguire, goes out for a corner. But United get done in behind again. Just seeing the ball here. So United just get done. I mean, Dallow and Maguire playing them on. It's a high line, and fortunately there was just no one really into the box. But Maguire blocked it. It was an opportunity for Southampton, though. But yeah, Boba Fett didn't really do that much in the original trilogy. Prequels, I guess they make him part of the whole clone, Jango Fett. And Boba Fett's a little bit different because whilst he's still a clone, Jango Fett raised him, so he's not exactly like the other clones. I understand that. Ball into the box by Ward-Prowse, headed away. Romeo about 30 yards out, goes for a strike. Doesn't test a hair goal kick. So he's a little bit different in that part. They try to give him somewhat of a backstory. But, not really a lot. There's no. I think he just looked cool. He looked cool. He had cool sort of design and armor, and people sort of latched onto that. And he's a recognized. I know why they did the series as well. He's Boba Fett, recognizable name. Everyone knows Boba Fett. There's money to be made in that. I give the ball away. Here's James Ward-Prowse. Passes it to Romeo. Here's Salisu. Southampton started to threaten a lot more in the last couple of minutes or here. Dallow puts it out for a throw-in. Josh Media, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru, says Obi-Wan series better be good. I hope so. I think it will. I'm slightly concerned just that it's such tentative ground to walk on, but I liked Revenge of the Sith, and I like the idea. What is it set 10 years after Revenge of the Sith? Thrown into the box, that's a chance. Oh, it's a good save by David De Gea. Big chance for Southampton, that Armstrong. So throw-in into the box. So flick on actually by Pogba. Armstrong half volley. De Gea makes the save. Shocked me so much that he was sick. Keeps his eye on it. I mean, it's somewhat comfortable, I suppose, for De Gea. But again, just a reminder, like I said, last couple of minutes, Southampton have grown into it, taking their eyes off the ball, giving the ball away by Dallow again. It's now Southampton do. Just keep it. If there's any time to do a bit of keep ball, it's now for United. But here's Sancho down the left-hand side once again. Puts it across to Ronaldo, touch. Cuts back inside. Oh, it's a heavy touch by Ronaldo again. Pogba. McTominay, tried to pass it in, wasn't the best shot. Headed away by Southampton. He just looks a bit off. Oh, Rashford, is he onside? Ooh. He just looks a bit off, doesn't he, Ronaldo? He just looks a bit off. Like, if he does a good touch, then he'll do a bad touch, or he cuts the ball dead, or he's just a little bit too slow. I mean, Rashford definitely was offside. But yeah, going back to that Obi-Wan series, it was 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. I do like the idea of these Disney shows, or whenever they do these films, of exploring parts of the timeline that haven't been explored before. That's fun. I think that's why Rogue One was really good, because it explored that part of the timeline that hadn't really been explored that much, and really bridged the gap from right before A New Hope, which was good, and explained the sort of formation of the Death Star and that kind of stuff. Anything that plugs in gaps, I'm a fan of. I don't want to see any more films that are really based in the Skywalker saga. That's the problem with those sequel films. They just didn't need it. There is so much history that is untouched that you could just talk about. Why are you focusing on? I mean, it's 3 sets of trilogies that in the canon last, what is it, like 60 or so years ish? 60 or 70 years. Like, there is so much history in time and space that they could explore in that Star Wars universe. Why not do it 100 years in the past, or 200 years in the past? Knights of the Old Republic. Here's Southampton once again, cuts back inside, another chance, has a shot, but Armstrong, De Gea makes the save again. I mean, United need half time now, because we're conceding chances a lot. I think United's eyes have very much gone off the ball, says the guy's been talking about Star Wars for 5 minutes. It was another comfortable save by De Gea, but United need half-time because we've dropped off. Again, it's about controlling the game, seeing it out. Ronaldo's flailing his arms once again. Breyer fouled by Shaw. Paris says we're all over the place. Fury versus White. Is that a bit officially announced then? Fury is going to be fighting Dillian White. I'm a big Fury fan. UFC tonight as well, isn't it? It's Che Adams. Plenty of space here. About 30 yards out. Goes for a shot. It's miles off. See, if I'm a Southampton player or fan, I'm furious there. Because I'm saying we're on top. There's a couple of minutes left. Just keep pressure on. I think Fury will beat Dillian White, though. It'll be a good fight, though. I suppose he needs to, because AJ's going to be facing Usyk again. Mandatory. Usyk would beat him again, though. I mean, Fury would beat AJ very comfortably in the same way that Usyk did, but Fury versus Usyk, I think Fury would win, but it'll be a better fight. That would be a better fight than Fury versus AJ. I'm not sure if it'll be as big of a fight because of the names, but obviously all the championships, that sells itself, doesn't it? I think everyone wanted that Fury versus AJ fight. It wasn't going to happen in the UK, which is unfortunate. Like it was going to happen in Saudi Arabia or something. But it would just have been such a big fight for British boxing, wouldn't it? Imagine they'd have done that at Old Trafford. Fury's a big United fan. He's got to do one fight at Old Trafford before his career's over. United seem to have lost their heads a little bit. They look like they're sort of complaining a bit, throwing their arms around. Ronaldo's getting a bit frustrated. We need to remember that we're 1-0 up. We need to keep our structure, stick to the game plan. That's what Ralph said yesterday. You have a couple of setbacks, a couple of knockbacks. You're still 1-0 up. Remember why we were so dominant earlier on in the game. Remember why we were making chances. See it out to half-time. Stick to the plan. Here's Bruno. Sloppy touch gives it away. Maguire goes all the way back to David De Gea. There just seems there is such a fragility to this Manchester United side, isn't it? You know, I just need to... Ralph said it yesterday. Stick to the game plan. Don't lose your head. Stay disciplined. Keep your structure. But there's 2 minutes of extra time. We're nearly into that second minute. Ball over the top to Ronaldo. Flag stays down. Here's Paul Pogba. Plays it across. He's got to be offside. Now the flag goes up. It's the problem, isn't it, with this VAR thing? But they've got. I mean, they have to do it late, I suppose. But they'll say it's ridiculous. I mean, we'll now see that Ronaldo's miles offside. God, he's miles offside. It's crazy, isn't it, that they do that? I suppose the thing is, though, they're moaning about it on commentary about, well, why is the flag up so late? But they have to do it. They have to do that, don't they? Because if they're wrong and they put the flag up and then they go back and realise, God, he's actually onside, then people would complain. You can't really win, can you? Fraser Forster with the free kick, puts it up the pitch. Varane with the header. Varane clears it up the pitch. And that will be half-time. So half-time at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 1, Southampton 0. Good opening sort of 30 minutes or so by Manchester United. Looks like Southampton have certainly grown into the game more and had a couple of chances. United arguably should be more than just 1-0 up. Ronaldo had a good opportunity when he rounded the keeper that was cleared off the line. But we are how we are at the moment. It's Man United 1, Southampton 0. What are we all thinking? What are we all thinking of that first half? We'll try and call Flex in a minute. I said before I was going to try and set up something that you could hear Flex better instead of me having to put my phone up to the mic, but I haven't figured that out yet. I can leave that to Josh to figure out. Worthy Nuts says, why is Pogba celebrating? He knows he was off. Well, you never know. David Lee says, see, that was my goal predictions. Garsha says, man of the match. Code Web says, what is the difference you have noted in United's play under Ralph as compared to our beloved Ollie? Certainly a structure of play, our ability to retain the ball better. We're conceding less goals. Like I said, there's an element of sort of structure. We're making far more chances. There just seems to be an overall game plan, doesn't there, under Ralph? There still could be and should be way more improvement. But we need another goal. This is what we've seen over and over again the last couple of games for Manchester United, making chances, but ultimately not taking all of them, and Southampton still in the game. Llewellyn says, has Sancho arrived? He's been playing better, certainly, hasn't he? No doubt about it. Alvin says, hey, Owen, greetings from Australia. What time is it in Australia? Or is it literally just 12 hours? I don't even know how it works. I was having a conversation. I'll get into this. I was having a conversation the other day. Oh, it's KG. KG's calling me. KG, how's it going?
Hey, mate. You live?
I'm live. Yeah, I'm live. I thought you were going to be busy.
Nah, what you call it? Luckily, they got this. Families allowed this to happen, so I'm getting to watch some of this game. Don't ask me how I'm watching it, but I'm watching it.
I get you. You're very subtle. Very subtle. I like it.
What do you think?
It's similar just to the last couple of games, isn't it? You know, first sort of 30, 40, well, they're about 30, 35 minutes. Play well, make some chances. You know, Sancho looks lively on the left-hand side. Ronaldo goes around the goalkeeper. It's blocked. We don't take all the chances. And then at the end, it's a little bit sort of hair-raising, isn't it? I mean, what did you think?
You know what? Perfect analysis, really. I think the first 30 minutes, I would say, really good control, nice triangles, getting out of trouble, good passing, 60% possession. I'm liking it. I'm saying, you know what, we're growing in this thing. And you have these moments with Ragnick here when you're like, you're a good manager, innit?
Yeah.
You know, like, you have these moments and you're like, it's a shame that you're not gonna, like, you weren't here for the last 3 years to just, like, he was never a name in the hat, but you can see you can see in this short space of time, you can see what he wants to do and how he wants the team to play. Unfortunately, he's been really unlucky with some of the decisions not going his way, or just like the team just losing their heads in moments. But you can see that what he's brought to the club, you can see us developing that first-time ball, Bruno, the first-time ball from Pogba, the thought to always go forward.
Oh, yeah.
My guy wants to go back a lot, but you can see it's growing. I've still got the fear, though, because when they come out second half, if they come at us and they score, it's going to be like sliding doors, innit? We're back in the situation again, how we got here. And I think some of these players has dropped in these moments, but hopefully, like, that's why that Pogba little goal at the end, I thought, we'd love that to be a goal, but offside, innit?
Yeah,
we need a next goal.
I think as well, like, I think it's a good point you bring up when it comes to Ranić, is that, and I'm not advocating for him to get the job, you know, obviously in the summer, that doesn't look like it's going to happen, but you do look at it and you say, if he did have a little bit, imagine he had a pre-season, you do look at that and sort of go, you never know if he'd have had a pre-season or he'd had maybe more time. Because you just get the impression with him, it's just time's always running out when it comes to him. And you just think, if we'd have had a couple of extra months, or he had a couple of extra months to really drill home what he wanted. Because you've got to remember, for the first few games as well, he had to abandon the tactic that he was trying. He had to abandon 4-2-2. And it's like, and Scholes was saying it before the game too, like, that's why and I still am somewhat confident in this game, is that we haven't been playing badly recently. It's just taking chances. We're making a lot of chances. We're not exactly a bad watch.
Yeah, not at all. And again, that's what he's turned us into a decent watch. Like, how many times you watch us and you're like, oh man, you know, and obviously, you know me, I don't have no kids in the team, but it was really nice to see, Rashford display some good football IQ, as a lot of people like to argue that he doesn't have, and show some unselfishness in that moment. That was a little smiley moment for me. Again, I'm still on my Amazon watch. Hopefully my delivery comes soon. I'm waiting for that Prime delivery to arrive. But yeah, I'm just like I'm happy. I'm as a fan so far so good.
What do you make of Ronaldo? A lot of people are talking about Ronaldo in the chat at the moment.
It's weird because Ronaldo's finally shown us that he's human.
Yeah.
And he's in a weird space in his head.
He is in a weird
5
space.
games without a goal. This is the longest he's gone since being at. This is his longest goal since his Man United days.
Yeah, yeah.
How about that?
He just looks. He just looks. I don't. Everything just looks a little bit off for him. Like I don't know if I don't think it was possible for Ronaldo to try too hard. But like, even if he does a good touch, it's followed by a bad touch, or it's followed by him giving it away, and it just feels a bit. It just looks odd, doesn't it? It just looks off.
He sits the player on his bottom, and then after it's like, wait, what happened, Ronaldo? You know, it's like literally like Ronaldo needs a goal desperately. I've never seen a player that's needed a goal more than Ronaldo right now. You know, but again, I know it will come. I'm happy because when is our Champions League game against Atletico?
A couple of weeks. I don't think it's next week. I think it's the week after.
Okay. So we got some time to prepare for that. If he can refine form just before that game, that'll make me feel good.
Yeah.
I don't want him still going into... Well, the Champions League is a different beast. As soon as he sees a Messi performance, I believe he says enough.
Do you reckon that's why? Do you reckon that's why this season? Because Messi's just been doing nothing in France. I mean, he scored, what was it, 2 goals?
That ball from Bruno is sumptuous, though.
Yeah.
We need to, what was that from Bruno? A lot of people wanted to drop him, didn't want him there. Look at this. First time, turn around the corner, he plays it. It's the brave ball. This is his game all over. I'm just watching it now, and he say, this is the risk taker that he is.
Yeah. Well,
oh my goodness! But yeah,
do you still think he's the same as what did Cam say, Philip Coutinho?
I don't know what crack is with. I don't know what all I'm saying is we need to call Frank for Cam because he said some mad things. He wanted him to play as a winger. I'll never get over that. But again, I think the public did. And yeah, I stand with the people that say that you bully me, Owen.
No, really. I mean, I've been accused of bullying you as well. I stand with all the people that say you bully me, even though we have midweek conversations about normal things. Yeah, but I stand with them. I've been accused. For those not aware, guys, I've been accused of bullying KG for trying to make him think logically, which is different.
It's so disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful to KG. Of how dare you try and make him use his brain? You know his brain ain't no good.
I just saw that Ronaldo chance. Do you know the one when he goes round the keeper, and that's how you know when someone's just unlucky, right?
Yeah.
Barrage gets back and does that little slide tackle, but Ronaldo again, confident Ronaldo. I think he puts a bit more power in that, and it's weird. This is so weird to see Ronaldo in a lacking of confidence, but it just lets us mere humans know that the goats go through these feelings at sometimes.
But the problem is as well when you realise that Ronaldo's human or he's having a bit of difficult form. One, if you take him off, it becomes a big story and he's not happy. Two, Cavani's not on the bench because he's injured again, so we don't actually have a striker on the bench. So it's Ronaldo or bust.
Good old Juan Mata, bruv.
Well, yeah, Juan Mata, false 9.
I'm telling you, bruv, what if one man's been so nefarious and he's planned all this? He's said all of this.
I don't understand. Well, you've got in your head that Juan Mata is some kind of supervillain. Like he's got this WhatsApp group, like he's like just shit stirring all the time with him drinking his coffee. I don't know what it is.
It's probably him that took the picture of Jesse Lingard in the West Ham kit.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
It's not the first time you've got to tell you what Juan Mata. He's got a group, and it all stems from them saying, "Look, Juan, you don't need to write your blog anymore." And he's gone, right. They've got how to pay.
It's Juan Mata's master plan. I love it to just. But can we quickly talk about Pogba again?
Yeah.
Looking amazing in the midfield, like. The first time balls as well. Him and Bruno's there. Them two playing deep together and just being in that understanding. And this is what was asking for from Oli. Well, I don't know why. Wait, Pogba was available at times when Bruno was available, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering why they never played together in the midfield.
Yeah,
it's really weird.
They didn't happen that often. I mean, if Pogba and Bruno played in the same side, it usually was with Pogba as that wide left guy, wasn't it? Yeah.
So that's the strangest thing. It's like, wait, you have this talent. And I remember we went with Fred and McTominay before in the midfield. That would be our go-to. But you can see right now is that, and now you're getting something better from McTominay because he knows, listen, play forward, win the ball, break up play in the midfield, get the ball to the better players, or play the first-time ball yourself.
Well, it was
and
weird.
now
It's weird as well.
He's starting to shine in these games as well.
Because under Ollie, it was a case of if Pogba and Bruno played in the same side, it was most of the time it was Bruno's a 10, Pogba's a wide left, or Bruno's a 10, Pogba's playing in an 8 with either Fred or McTominay. It wasn't them sort of playing side by side that much, or certainly deeper side by side. And it's just, it feels, I was going to say that. I was going to say it feels a little bit different. You have cursed that phrase so much that as soon as I say it...
Listen, but wait, give me to the end of the season because my dream still lives. Until we're out of everything, it feels different as a crazy phrase. But Oni, listen, give me to the end of the season and we'll see how it feels. How, like, we'll either bury it. Like, what do you think he used to say? And when's it going to end, Robbie? Yeah.
It's true though, because it feels, I'm shocked, considering that was in the real infancy of the channel. The amount of people that still remember it feels different, or the amount of people that bring up it feels different. I'm telling you, Kate, you're going to live to regret it.
No, listen, but anyhow we win something. You don't think I'm a terror now. Oh my goodness. Never let me, as soon as Rashford got that assist, what did I do? I put up a Rashford picture on Twitter with the shushing one, shushing gif. And people just, of course I did. You know me.
We know as well that irrespective of the results there, we're going to start later on this evening, go on Twitter. I'm going to log on, see on the timeline you throwing up some KG statistics about Aaron Wan-Bissaka assist record against random players.
You know what? Do you know what my dream is? This is my ultimate dream. Wan-Bissaka lays the assist, and that's how we win the Champions League. The streets will never be the same ever again. I promise you, yeah. I would not let any United fan forget that moment. I pray Wan-Bissaka just comes on, whips it in, but it's a good whipping, and then Rashi scores. Oh my goodness.
I mean, the odds, though, KG. I mean, I would encourage you, if that was the case, to play the lottery every day instead or something like that.
No, I know it's a long shot, but again, these are the things that go through my mind. While I'm chilling. Yeah. Like, how nice would that be?
I can imagine you doing like the washing up or whatever, and then it just hits you. What if you got the winning assist in the Champions League? Drops everything in the sink. Jung. Oh my god. Write it down. Someone write it down. I can imagine.
No, I have no favourites.
Anyway, look. What's your prediction second half?
I predict we go on to win this game. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I'm terrified that because Southampton had some really good chances at the end of the game there, and when we've been in this situation before, I just pray that the players are smart enough to deal with the pressure at the beginning. It's interesting watching Maguire as well. A lot of criticism he went into this week. You heard the comments from Yap Stam, and if Yap Stam is criticising you, you must be rubbish, but he knows, innit? So
yeah, imagine you said it to your face. You'd piss your pants, wouldn't you? You'd be terrified. Yeah.
In your position, it's not like he's like a winger or forward. He's like, he really knows what he's talking about. It's not like Van der Vaart who just cusses everybody. Yeah. This guy is bloody Yap Stam.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully he just gets through it. But yeah, maybe I want to say clean sheet, but I don't trust us, so I'm gonna say 2-1.
KG's going 2-1.
We score first. 2-1. We score, and then they probably get a goal, and then it's nervy, but we win it.
KG's gone with that. You know me, I don't do full-on predictions. I'm with you, though. I think we'll win. I do think we'll win.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Listen, and let's hope that Donny van der Beek starts.
Apparently he is.
He hasn't
a lot of people are saying in the chat that he is starting for Everton.
Hey!
There you go.
Go on. All right, wicked. listen, look after yourself.
I will. Speak to you in a bit,
nice
mate.
One. All the best to the community. I'm going to try and jump in the chat quickly, but yeah, stay blessed.
Awesome. Speak to you in a bit, mate.
Peace.
Look at that. Impromptu as well. And I can turn my mic down a little bit. Hopefully that sounded okay. My attempt to try and make you hear KG better is just turn the mic up a lot. Super chat. On the screen so I didn't forget, from Ronald Jacobs says, Ronaldo in his prime was at Real Madrid. Even at Juventus, he came up with not so strong defenders. Premier League is different. He is better than most defenders, but both players throw them at Ronaldo. So there you go. Clear that one and go back to the full screen. And here we are. Look at that. Running effectively. Well done, Owen. Pat yourself on the back. That's how out of shape I am. I just tried to pat myself on the back and I can get that far. I tell you what, I need to go. You know what's really bad? I know I needed to go on like a diet anyway. Everyone else at United View is smashing the gym right now. Smashing the gym. KG's doing Peloton rides. Flex is going to the gym every day of meal prep. Even Josh, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru, he's hitting the gym as well. He had a worse diet than me, and now he's eating healthy and he's going to the gym. I need to sort my life out. We're off. Second half. 1-0 Manchester United. Hopefully everyone will manage to get some food at half-time. Some food and drink at half-time this time at Old Trafford. Looks like McTominay's changed shirts. He's in a short shirt now. There he is, and there he's in the chat. KG says yo. EDT says KG's in the gym training for his fight with Cam. Let's be honest, right? Let's be honest here. If KG and Cam got into a scrap, we know who's winning that one. Okay? KG's ending it in 10 seconds. Cam would have all these tactics. He would have a big he'd have his whiteboard out and he'd be moving all these things around. This is what his tactics is going to be. KG just raw power. Raw power just ended. Like Feeling Myself says, I don't need to go gym. I train with United, mate. Well, this is, again, when I said that Josh, Visual Ninja Graphics Guru, I was a bit close there, has been in the gym as well. People assume that Mike Phelan was in the gym because they're the same person. How many times do I have to say? They are not the same person. They're different people. Mike Phelan gets a lot of exercise, handing out, doing cones, slicing up oranges for people at half-time. That's rigorous. Charging iPads. He's very busy doing his training. I turn it up in my headphones. I can barely hear. Although, to be honest, Martin Kieran's on commentary, so why would I want to hear that? Scott McTominay wins the ball back there, bounces back to a Southampton player as well. Of course, it was in the first couple of minutes of the second half against Burnley that Manchester United conceded, so let's try and stay aware. So United looking to chase the ball back here. This is United's attempt at a press. Kick by Fraser Forster. Sprays it out wide. That used to be one big criticism of Fraser Forster's game, wasn't it? Is that his distribution wasn't great, but it has improved there. Elianusi plays through Che Adams here. They're in. It's at the post and they've scored. It's 1-1. What did I say? I said opening 2 minutes. It's the exact same time. It's the exact same time as it was against Burnley. Opening 2 minutes, we're off it, and they scored. It is literally deja vu. Burnley all over again. And Rocky Horror Picture Show, because I feel like I'm in a time warp. I'm Bill Murray, because it's Groundhog Day. Any more time references do I need to make? Hot Tub Time Machine. 1-1. 47th minute. Again. Oh, gee. When it happens once, he's onside. When it happens once, it's one thing. But in the next game, the exact same thing happens again. Unbelievable. You didn't get enough warnings at half-time. You didn't get enough warnings when the first half ended. She's so poor. It's a good finish. Off the post and goes in. But again, just literally like, wake up. It's 1-1. I mean, literally, if I'm sitting here saying, I tell you what, 47th minute, it was the same time that we'd conceded against Burnley, you would think then they would go the exact same thing. It's literally the same minute. It's a minute later, 48th minute. My God. Ball into the box, headed away. And now we're going to wake up. This is why KG shouldn't do predictions as well. KG, we'll score another one, and then they'll get it back. It'll be nervy. 60 seconds later, Southampton score. So frustrating. I hope they show a replay of it as well, and I'll actually try and break it down for you guys. I sort of just went into a rage. I tell you what, the easiest thing to do if you're Manchester United, I mentioned about putting bets on or whatever. United concede in the first couple of minutes, second half. Pogba puts it to Ronaldo. It's a tackle. He does get the ball though, and Ronaldo's down. We're seeing a replay here. He does get the ball. So I don't know if now with the way that Ronaldo's been playing in this game, I'm not saying take him off now, it's been 5 minutes, but I mean, maybe what Cam was saying the other day is right. Maybe you do move Rashford up front, and maybe you bring on Elanga. You just go raw pace up front. But 5 minutes gone in the second half, and it's 1-1. Manchester United concede early in the second half. In other news, sky's blue, grass is green. Right, United need to wake up. Here's Dalot down the right-hand side to Rashford. Rashford cutting inside. It's a poor touch again. You can hear the crowd. The crowd, they get frustrated because they're waiting for the bad touch, or they're waiting for him to run into traffic and what have you. They know it's going to happen. Throw in by Shaw, goes to Bruno Fernandes, puts the ball into the box, headed away. United have to do something they haven't done in the last couple of games, and that's score another goal. Score 2 goals in one game. I mean, we didn't do it against, well, was it 1-0 against West Ham? It was 1-1 against Middlesbrough. It was 1-1 against Burnley. We've got to score a second. Here's Varane. Varane to, still in the middle of the pitch here. To Luke Shaw, down the left-hand side. Get a bit fortunate there. Here comes Jadon Sancho. Takes him on. Sancho doing well once again. Well, what did Ralph Rangnick say in the press conference yesterday? If you do concede a goal, you have to stick to your structure. Stick to the game plan. Don't lose your head. Walker-Peters has a shot. Oof, Armstrong goes wide. But again, that was an opportunity for Southampton. And this is literally what Rangnick said yesterday. The exact same thing. Ultimately, you would hope you score more than one goal, and you hope you would take your chances. But if you don't, and they do score a goal, that happens in football, what do you have to do? Stick to the game plan. Stick to your structure. Don't lose your head. Remember why you were being so dominant in the first place. Remember why you were having chances in the first place. King of the Indies says, wasn't it Marcel who said that? It was Marcel. You're right. Apologies. But it's 1-1 in United. We can't afford to drop points. Can't afford to drop points today. Ball through the middle. Maguire puts it to Pogba. Pogba facing play, tries to take on the player, doesn't necessarily work. Bounces out to Sancho. Shaw tries a sliding tackle, doesn't really commit to it. Here's Broja. Shaw's pulling his shirt. Broja has a shot. Oh, David De Gea has to make the save. United are on the ropes. United are absolutely on the ropes. Because they're getting chances. Broja, well, I don't know what Broja's asking for. Is he asking for a booking? But I mean, Shaw backed out of the tackle and then tries to pull him back. De Gea with the save. To be fair, you would expect De Gea to make that kind of save. But United, as they were at the end of the first half, they are now. They're on the ropes. We fizzled out of the game already again. James Ward-Prowse with the corner. Ball put into the box. I tell you what, Bruno, he put a diving header. He nearly turned it into his own goal. It was a poor corner, and Bruno just heads it. It goes into the side netting in the end. It's another corner. I don't think you're going to get that bad of a delivery from James Ward-Prowse again, so it's another threat. Ball into the box. Headed away this time again. Walker-Peters with a ball over the top. Varane wins it with a header. Give it away. Sancho down the left-hand side. This is an opportunity for United. I think you just got to hit the line. There's no one really supporting him. He has to cut back to Bruno Fernandes. Here's Bruno once again. Still not a ton of red players in there. Puts it to Ronaldo, edge of the box. Tries to pass it back to Dalot. And it's defended. It's out for a throw-in. He still just looks static, doesn't he, Ronaldo? He looks really static. United with the throw. It's back with Varane and Maguire on the halfway line now. You can just see it in the body language of the players as well. That goal, that's a handball. That's got to be a handball. God, you took your time, referee. The scary thing is the referee didn't give that. The linesman obviously give it because he took so long to give it. How could you not see that? And also, what is the difference with that handball and the handball that happened at Middlesbrough? That is the same handball. It's not on purpose. It's over the top and it's top. I mean, I need a microphone. It's at the top of his hand like that. There is no difference. That's the inconsistency. That is the inconsistency with that. Exactly the same. Zayn Miasi's in with his mum's credit card again with a super sticker. Hi, Zayn. But it's a free kick to United. Let's actually make something of this. Shaw with the free kick. Puts it into the box. Maguire has a shot. Oh. The initial header was blocked. I mean, there was a couple of free headers there. It looked like Ronaldo and Maguire. And then Maguire manages to hit it with his feet and it's saved by Fraser Forster. There was a chance. It's a Southampton throw-in. King of the Indy says, well, just seeing a replay of the header now. It's Maguire with the header. It's just a chance. Anywhere else but where he hits it, I mean, it gets a bit of a block. But anywhere else where he hits it, it goes in. Because Fraser Forster isn't going to react that quickly. There's a bit of a flare-up on the pitch. Apparently Bruno Fernandes sort of flailed his hands a little bit there. I haven't seen it. There we go. See a replay of it. It's Bruno and James Ward-Prowse. And they just start wrestling each other for no reason. And Bruno sort of flails a hand. I'm not sure what that was. There's a throw in there. Just about to do the throw in. And they just started wrestling each other. It's like KG and Cam. Bizarre. Well, we're nearly an hour in to the game, and the question I suppose now is, if you're Ralph Rangnick, when do you start looking at changes affect the game? Pogba goes down. I mean, that was soft as well. The referee's having a stinker of like 5 minutes. I'm not sure he's had a good game altogether, to be honest. I'd definitely be that manager, by the way. I'd just be on at the fourth official so much. On the fourth official, on at the referee. Got it, it's part of the game. It's Luke Shaw. Overran it. He's looking for a free kick, but he overran it. He's got to get it back in position now because there's an opportunity for Southampton. Again, down that left-hand side, Maguire intercepts. Puts it out to Bruno Fernandes. Ball over the top by Bruno. Sancho onside? Or he's offside? How many offsides do we want to get, man? Hold your run. But everyone said it. Everyone said it. As soon as we scored that first goal, you've got to kill off the game. We need another one because one isn't enough. We know what we're like. And then if you don't get it, then really the emphasis, you would hope or you would think, half-time, Ralph hammers home over and over and over and over again. When did we concede against Burnley? Opening couple of minutes. Don't concede first 5. Don't concede first 10. That was close by De Gea. Keep your eye out for it. Keep your structure. Keep the ball. What happens? 3 minutes in. Because it was weird in the first half as well, because we're 1-0 up, but you wouldn't know that at the end of the first half because the players were getting frustrated and frazzled. It's almost like they need to remind you, you were winning the game. Like, calm down. Here's McTominay. Shaw. Ball over the top. Ronaldo's edge of the box here. Half volley. Right at the goalkeeper. Comfortable save by Fraser Forster. Bruno, edge of the box. Ball over the top. Oof. It's Dalot. Oh, it's a good save by Fraser Forster. Corner to Manchester United. You know what it is with Cristiano Ronaldo at the moment? I think this is the biggest thing I could say about him is we're just seeing this half volley by Dalot. The biggest thing I could say with Ronaldo at the moment is when he does get these opportunities, when he's got the ball at his feet, he's going to have a shot, you don't fancy him to score. Short corner. Shaw puts the ball into the box. Ooh, Pogba tried an acrobatic over the head kick. Just missed it though. Just pulled back, was always off balance. But you see Ronaldo here, and again, this is the biggest thing I could say about him at the moment is that you just don't, when he's got these chances, I'm just not sure if you fancy him to score. I think that's just indicative of the form he's in at the moment. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo we're talking about. It's a throw into Manchester United, looks like. Shaw throw into Rashford, Maguire, to Varane. I mean, it looks like United have somewhat woken up in the last couple of minutes, making a couple of chances, which is important. Fraser Forster's a good goalkeeper, though. I rate Fraser Forster. I remember some of his performances for Celtic against Barcelona. Some of those performances are the stuff of legend. Rashford puts the ball into the box, headed away. Varane wins a header. I tell you what, Varane has won pretty much all headers today so far. He's got to run back, though, because there's a ball over the top here. United got to get players back in. Maguire just about manages Broja there. Does well. Here's Dalot. Pogba. And United have the ball. They played themselves out of trouble there nicely. Right, less than 30 minutes to go. Manchester United 1, Southampton 1. United need something. I wonder what changes. What changes do you think you'll make? Tony says, play Elanga right, Sancho left, Lingard false 9. Here's Rashford down the left-hand side this time. Tries to take on the defender, doesn't get anywhere. He does well, Walker Peters. Rashford tries the little flick in and out of his feet. But I think this will be those that maybe aren't the biggest fans of Rashford or certainly aren't the biggest advocates of him at the moment will say that it feels like at the moment, every time he tries to take a player on, he doesn't go past the defender. Here's Romeu. Elianusi. Here's Romeu again. And Southampton looking to take the sting out of the game a little bit, it looks like. Oh, McTominay wins the ball back. Wow. Oh. And so it's one back straight away from Ronaldo. And looks like Southampton now on the counter-attack. As I mentioned before, I just think with Ronaldo as well, like I said, he just, especially at the moment when he's not playing well too, he's dropping so deep. He doesn't need to. Oh, it's a chance. Armstrong, he should do so much better. He's got a free shot at goal and he just smashes it over. Massive chance. And Southampton again, they're going to have chances. It's down the left-hand side. I mean, Shaw's tucked in. I would look at Rashford there, to be honest, and say, Rashford, where are you tracking back? Shaw gets sucked in, yes, but where's the tracking? He's got some big changes to make, Ralph Rangnick. United win a free kick. I think people say it might be a bit of a soft one. But United are on the ropes. I mean, if there looks to be a side that looks more like scoring in the last couple of minutes, it probably would be Southampton. If I was Ralph, which of course I'm not, I'd probably be looking at probably Ronaldo and Rashford. I look to just do something completely different. The problem is we don't really have a striker on the bench. Jeffrey Taylor says, when is Tellez back? Tellez is on the bench, but I'm assuming he hasn't trained that much because of COVID. Ronaldo passes it all the way back to De Gea. Referee gives a free kick, though. See, people say that's good tracking back, but I don't want Ronaldo there. I don't. Dalot. Pass it to Ronaldo on the left, Rashford rather, on the left-hand side. Bruno. No, looks for that switch. Unfortunately, it comes back to Pogba. How often does Bruno try those trying to crossfield passes? I mean, like the pass he did in the first half was great, but it wasn't crossfield. You at least get it once or twice a game where you try that crossfield pass. It never comes off. Always underhits it. Good ball by Pogba. Left-hand side to Rashford. Cuts inside. Cuts inside again and just doesn't do enough of it. He's got to do way, way better there. Pogba's put him into a really good position and Rashford's cut inside again and again. He's just gone into traffic and now Southampton are on the counter-attack. When he's in and goal, it's one-on-one. It's cleared by Dalot. It wasn't off the line, but I mean, Maguire nearly gives away a penalty and that stems from Rashford being wasteful. Here's Walker-Peters. Ball over the top. Goes out for a goal kick. But again, I mean, Southampton should have scored again. Carved open again, and it stems from Rashford giving the ball away. Maguire's caught because down the left-hand side there's nobody there because Shaw's tracking back and Rashford. Maguire nearly gives away a penalty. And Brozier cuts it back. Fortunately for us, there's nobody there, and Dalot clears it. But that left-hand side is so exposed, so open. A couple of times in the last couple of minutes. I sympathise for Shaw because he's getting no support coming back. Bruno tried a ball over the top to Ronaldo, doesn't get there. It's just, like I said, we look like the side that's going to concede next. I think changes have to be made very, very soon by Rangnick. And he has to get it right. Forster goes long. McTominay with the header. Oh, again, referee. How long do you want to take to make that decision? McTominay is on a booking, by the way. It probably is a foul. But again, the referee takes an age to make the decision. And the same thing, I mean, it is a carbon copy of the game against Burnley so far. First half, play well. Second half, not paying any attention, just come out, conceding the first couple of minutes, and we've just completely lost it. Just completely fallen apart. It's just really poor. Conceding chances, giving the ball away sloppy. Rashford again, it's a short pass. And I don't know what everyone's doing. We're just standing around doing nothing here. Bro goes alone, gets blocked. McTominay's standing there. McTominay, Pogba, Rashford, I don't know what they're all doing. Just turned in just really poor. When the ball's a heavy touch. He does. Right, here come United, counter-attack. Here's Jadon Sancho. Flicks it outside of Bruno Fernandes. Pogba. He's claiming a foul, referee gives it. Even then, the referee, he takes his time with some of these decisions, doesn't he? The foul happens and he goes, whistle. So, take time thinking about it, mate. Well, they're doing the replay saying Bro should have gone down for a penalty. He could have gone down. It wouldn't have been a penalty. I don't think it was enough because Maguire pulled out. It's another free kick to United. We're going to have some bookings anytime, referee. You gave one to McTominay for no reason in the first half. That's a stonewall foul. That's a booking. The first sub of the second half isn't United. It looks to be Southampton. So who's coming off? Elianussi's coming off. Yeah, because he should be booked. So Livramento's coming on. I mean, 70 minutes. I mean, how long is Ralph going to take with these subs, to be honest? Because I'm happy to be proved wrong, but I'm not seeing anything with this 11 that's on the pitch like we're dominating, going to win the game. Now, prove me wrong. I've jinxed it from the set piece. Let's score. Bruno standing over it. They've got a high line. Bruno Fernandes puts the ball into the box. Ronaldo scored. He's offside, though. I thought I had jinxed it. But he's offside. Everyone's off. Every single Manchester United player is offside. Every single United player was offside. I mean, even I said Sancho's header, he's off. Why are we moaning? You're miles off. Why are we looking at? Everyone's off. Why did that take that long? One look. What are we doing? Why is that taking like 3 or 4 minutes? Is it definitely offside? Now, have you got eyes? Yes. Then it's offside. God. Just to confirm, Ronaldo was 10 yards offside. Gotcha. Pogba puts it out to Dallo. Ronaldo gets dispossessed fairly, the referee judges. 73 minutes, still no subs. Luke Shaw down the left-hand side. Rashford tries a free ball to Luke Shaw. Dispossessed. I mean, United's chances. I mean, this is the problem. I mean, he's just been completely done there. Harry Maguire by Walker Peters. He might be in. Oh, Varane deals with it. Wow. Rashford going down the left-hand side. Gets dispossessed again. Here's Walker Peters. Right, come on, United. Like, this is the problem. We've stopped making chances as well now. I'd be somewhat comfortable. This is why I'm surprised no changes were made, because it's not as if we're making tons of chances. We're not even threatening that much now. Sancho. Dalot. It's McTominay. McTominay switches it out to the left-hand side. Here's Rashford. Oh, it's so poor. It is so poor by Marcus Rashford. It's not the right option. Just take it past the man, get the ball into the box. He tries to whip it with his right foot. It was really poor. And Southampton have the ball again. And it gives away a foul. Ugh. Well, it looks like Alanga's going to be coming on. I mean, it's got to be for Rashford, surely. There's no way that it's for anyone else. Oh, McTominay. So what are we going for here? Are we going for like a 4-2-4? Changing formation. Alanga's come on and been speaking to Pogba. So what are we looking at here? Are we going for a 4-4-2 maybe? Looks like that's what they're going for. 4-4-2 with, I think it's Alanga on the right-hand side of a flat four. Sancho on the left. Two strikers at front. Rashford and Ronaldo. So that's what we're going for. Yeah, it's a flat four. It's a flat 4-4-2. Here's Walker Peters down the right-hand side. Or down United's left, rather. Maybe it's the 4-2-2, some of you are saying. Certainly out of formation, looks like a flat 4, but it might shift into a 4-2-2. But Ralph realises we've got to go for it. Can't afford to drop points. Varane hits it up the pitch. Rashford with a flick on. I mean, I guess this is akin to Sir Alex days, right? Throw everyone on. Shaw makes a right mess of it. De Gea has to put it out for a throw-in. It's a terrible pass back by Luke Shaw. But like I said, at the moment, there is one team that looks like scoring, and it's not Manchester United. Nearly 77 minutes gone. Manchester United 1, Southampton 1. Manchester United scored in the first half from Jadon Sancho. Cancelled out in the 48th minute by Southampton. By Che Adams. Sancho to Ronaldo. Sancho tries to put it long. Switches it out to the right-hand side. Dalot. Plenty of space to run into. Alanga was the pass. Alanga was the pass there. Should have done it way earlier. Now he's trying Alanga. And it's blocked out. He should have put Alanga in so much earlier there. So much earlier. And it's a Southampton throw-in. Alanga was in. It was needed to get the ball, get out your feet immediately. Look at this. Alanga's there. He's there and he's onside. I mean, they're saying time is run. But now Che Adams is down. And we'll see more of this in the next couple of minutes. I'm seeing a replay of the goal here. This isn't the game to draw. 3 draws in a row, 1 in the FA Cup, 2 in the league. It just isn't good enough. You can't keep dropping points. I know the other teams are inconsistent as well, but eventually people will start picking up points. Maguire, Luke Shaw. Maguire puts it out to Dalot down the right-hand side. Chance of attack. Pass to Rashford. Gives it away. Maguire wins it back. Bruno tries the ball to Rashford over the top. Rashford might be in here. Oh, I'm not sure what he was attempting. It's a good ball by Bruno. Puts it over the top to Rashford. He's got a bit of space to run into. He sees the ball. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. I feel like he was maybe trying to... Was he even trying to lob the keeper? Maybe? It just turned into such a powder puff attempt. Luke Shaw. Varane. Dalot. He's getting certainly some space on that right-hand side now. Passes it to Elanga. Finds Dalot once again. Put the ball into the box. It's a poor cross. It's a really poor cross. United are going to get lucky and get a throw-in out, but that was a terrible cross by Dalot. I can hear KG screaming from here. United throw-in. Luke Shaw's looking for someone to throw it to. Sancho. Shaw again. Rashford. Oh, he's offside. Oh, my God. It's devoid of any ideas. It doesn't look like the players themselves believe that we're going to score. It's all hope. It's Hope FC again, isn't it? Because I think us as fans, we're sitting here going, I hope Manchester United score. I think the players are looking at it going, I don't think we're going to score. It's just not that feeling of if we're going to score. Jesse Lingard's going to come on. We don't know who for. Question is, who's he take off? Did he take off Rashford? Did he take off Ronaldo? Takes off Rashford. It's the right move. Rashford's been really poor today. And on comes Lingard. Right sub. I'm just not sure I would have made it in the 81st minute. Might be too late. I mean, Lingard's come on and done some big moments for us this season. I think about West Ham. I think about getting the assist as well against Villarreal when Cristiano Ronaldo scored. Pogba. Shaw to Elanga. Fizzed it in a lot, though. That's a Manchester United throw-in. He does very well, Anthony Elanga. Come on, 8 minutes left to go, or under 8 minutes to go. Sancho, sorry. Got Rashford on the brain. Pogba. Bruno Fernandes. Gives it away, though. Here comes Southampton on the counter-attack again. I'll tell you what, left-hand side. Shaw has no idea who's down the left-hand side. Kyle Walker-Peters. Oh, Shaw blocks in the end. You can see just Shaw sprinting back, and you can just see that person in Southampton's right midfield just making that run. Now, Southampton taking their time when it comes to set pieces and throw-ins. Looks like they're more than content to get another point. You think about it. If they're looking at recent fixtures, they'd be like, are you kidding me? 1 week, go to Spurs win, go to Old Trafford, get a point, 4 points out of that. Lingard flicks it over. I mean, maybe I'm jinxing it, and I hope I am. I'm looking at the way United have been playing the last 20 or 30 minutes. We do not look like scoring at all. Which is crazy considering how many chances we were making first half. Pogba gives the ball away. Walker-Peters. Southampton players all go down. Referees. Oh, now he gives a free kick again. How long do you want to take to make your decisions, man? Oh, Pogba catches him. It's obviously a foul. But it's the fact he falls on the other player that hurts him. Pogba's been booked. How many bookings have Southampton got today? Oh, he might have been pushed. Well, then if you're going to shove people, then that's where you're going to get booked, Pogba. He's been booked for the push. And Bruno's just moaning at the referee. Let's stop having a pissing moan and actually try and put the ball in the back of the net. Just, honestly. A poor performance and then it's flailing your arms again. Free kick, though, for Southampton. James Ward-Prowse. Less than 5 minutes to go. Still 1-1 at Old Trafford. Whipped into the box. Headed away by Ronaldo. Sancho has it right in the corner to put it away. Lingard manages to win it. It's a tackle by Southampton. It's a Manchester United throw-in. Well, let's have a bit of energy. Ralph Rangnick's trying to wake everyone up. He's trying to say, actually, up the tempo, up the pace. It's not as if, we do want to win the game. We've got like 3 minutes left. De Gea. Passes it to Dalot. Dalot going long. Honestly, like I said, if there's one side that looks threatening, it's not us. Like Ralph said, stick to the game plan. Stay structured. Second half, we just haven't been doing that again. Maguire. Bruno Fernandes. Puts that wide to Elanga. Good touch. Dalot. Bruno. Bit of space. Don't shoot. But your pass is even worse than what your shot would have been, Bruno. Gives it away, and here's James Ward-Prowse. Ball attempted over the top. Brozier's going to keep running with it. He's going to get there first as well. Harry Maguire. I don't know what Harry Maguire's doing. Brozier's into the box. It goes down. It's clumsy, but it's not going to be a penalty. Oh, get up. He's rolling around. He was fine a second ago. I don't know what Maguire's doing. He loses the ball. Instead of looking at the ball then, he just starts palming him off. What are you doing? Don't get involved in the player. He does stand on him. It's not a foul, though. He does stand on him. But again, he gets so involved in the player. This is what I said. He as this physical defender that's always wrestling people to the point of the ball's disappeared. He has no idea where the ball is at that point. He's been made to look like an absolute mug. It's an accidental stamp. He doesn't mean to do it. But it's just shocking defending. You would say, stand him up. But no, what does he do? He commits. Then he starts wrestling. Then he starts trying to feel him off. And he's not even there anymore. You can trace it back as well. Bruno Fernandes with just a simple pass gives it away. Just poor. And again, just completely lost any sense of discipline, any sense of structure. The fragility is just obvious. Like I said, we don't look like scoring. We don't look like threatening. Right, United. I mean, we're in make or break territory here, guys, I think. Bruno Fernandes. Long ball, but who is that to? Who is that to? Miscue from Livramento. We get lucky. That's a foul. That is a foul. Referee, that's a foul. You can see him grabbing his shirt. I bet he gives that as a foul. Bet he does. Ridiculous. United are losing their heads. But I don't know why. How is he not given that foul? I mean, let's be honest. It's a shocking pass by Bruno Fernandes in the first place. The only reason it goes to Elanga is because the defender heads it the wrong way. Lingard's been booked because he's told the ref to F off. I don't blame him. It's a minimum of 5 minutes added on for United, but 5 minutes. I mean, when did we last threaten the goalkeeper? Flicks off Iran's head. Dalot tries to clear it. Goes to a Southampton player. Armstrong. Bruno Fernandes. Just hitting the ball up the pitch. You knew when he was hitting that. You don't know where that's going towards. How many times has Bruno given the ball away the last couple of minutes? Here's Breuer again. He's just going through the entire Man United defence. Bruno wins the ball back. Well done. Just don't give the ball away. Passes it to Jadon Sancho. Sancho puts it to Shaw. Right, go on. Get up the pitch. Get up the pitch. Lingard passes it back to Sancho. Sancho. Lingard again. Goes past him. That's a foul. You could see him grabbing him there. Referee, once again, takes an age to give the free kick, but he gives it at the end this time. What is this? Who is this ref? Honestly. The foul happens. You can see him grab him. And again, the ref. Foul. How long do you take? Get the impression he's not even giving them. It's the linesman or someone else. The reason sometimes they take that long is for the linesman to go, yeah, it's a foul. Okay, that's a foul. Right, free kick. Just make sure the delivery is decent. Put the ball in the danger area. Luke Shaw puts the ball in. It is a good ball into the box. Maguire's headed out. Oh, it's a good save by Fraser Forster. Thought it was in. Oh, it's another poor cross into the box. Maguire with the header. That's a good save by Fraser Forster. I mean, I don't even know if Maguire knows anything about it. No, it takes an age to pick up. Absolutely, Bruno has the right to go after that. In fairness to Shaw, it was a good ball into the box. That's a foul. Play advantage though, ref. Play advantage. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We've got 2 minutes left. Bruno goes long. Flicked on. I'll probably go out for a throw-in. Use it. Come on, get players up there. Get players up. Maguire. Pogba. Bruno Fernandes again. Puts it to Dalot. Dalot to Elanga. Elanga once more. 1-2 at Jesse Lingard. Elanga to Dalot. Dalot left footed. Puts the ball into the box. Oh. It's a throw in. I think they're going to go for a substitution, it looks like. Southampton sub. Get off the pitch then. Or if he's going to take his time, then at least add it on, referee. I bet he doesn't. The only thing he's actually been quick with today would probably be ending the match. "60 seconds left plus whatever time referee decides to add on because of these substitutions. Luke Shaw with a throw-in into the final minute. Varane. Just goes long. Now go up for a goal kick. That's probably it. Looks to be another draw at Old Trafford for Manchester United. Fraser forced a goal kick. Maguire with the header. Every time, honestly. Every time. 3 games in a row exactly like this. Like I said, I feel like Bill Murray because it's Groundhog Day. Again. Full time. Manchester United won. Southampton won. Boos at Old Trafford, it seems like. More drop points. After that important 1-0 victory against West Ham, we've had a 1-1 draw against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. We've gone out in the 4th round. We've had a 1-1 draw against Burnley at Turf Moor. We've now had a 1-1 draw against Southampton at Old Trafford. More drop points. After an okay first half, a really disappointing second half again. Conceded early. Same story, different day. Manchester United won, Southampton won. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to give myself a couple minutes to compose myself. Then I'll be back with the match reaction. DJ and James will be joining me. You won't have to go anywhere. This stream will redirect you right to that stream. So I will speak to you again in a couple of minutes.